Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to our webinar. I'm very happy that you join our webinar. And our webinar is dealing with the results, with the final results of a 1 year's project. And in that project, it was funded by Erasmus+. We worked on the topic of green, cool schools. And we have prepared a quite interactive and rich website, Green Cool Schools. And today we want to present the results and also the content of the website to you. I will pass on to my colleague, Agnes. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So I will tell you a little bit about the project itself and about the aims of the project and the results of the project and our activities. So the Green Cool Schools project was a European project under the framework of Erasmus+. The project lifetime was 1 year, from March 2022 to February 2023. So our project has finished officially yesterday. We have conducted the project in 3 countries with 3 partners. In Spain, Prospectica, in Germany, Umweltbüro Nord, and in Austria, Büro für nachhaltige Kompetenz, BNK. And the overall aim of the project was to promote school greening internationally across Europe and create awareness on the topic and also motivate implementation of green schools. It also was our aim to share green knowledge through developing digitally accessible and multilingual teaching and learning material for the topic of school greening. Here is an overview, a plan, so to say, which shows our project aims and the main points of our project. As I already said, it was a 1-year project, 3 partners, 3 countries, and the aim was to promote and support greenings at schools. And we developed multilingual, digitally accessible teaching and learning material for teachers, including also practical hands-on experiments. Our activities and results in the project. So the first activity that we did was developing the teaching and learning material for 8 selected topics around the topic of school greening. And our aim was that this material is multilingual and digitally accessible so that everyone can access the material easily. And the target group of our teaching and learning material are teachers of students aged 10 to 14. The next step was a validation. We had 2 validation rounds with workshops and an online survey, and we collected feedback from teachers on the content of the material and also on the design and usability of the website. Then the third step of our project was creating a guideline in all the languages. And the aim of the guideline was to show how to integrate the material into teaching practice. For us, it was very important to have country-specific guidelines so we could connect to the school curricula in each country. And then, as a result of all the activities before, we created the website Green Cool Schools, which includes all the multilingual teaching and learning material developed in the project, also the guideline, and which provides free access and digital availability for everyone. And for us, it provides also the possibility for developing further the website and the topics and also the languages. So again, there is an overview on what the Green Cool Schools website provides. It provides 8 topics as a combination of information material and also practical experiments. And it's meant to be hands-on material that is very practice-oriented. The website itself should be self-explanatory and prepared to be used quickly to avoid long preparation times. So it was really our aim to provide a self-service platform for teachers to just search for material and take the material to be used easily in class. The materials can be integrated flexibly into different subjects, also interdisciplinary, and the aim is that green skills can be taught very easily. The target group were teachers, as I already said, and we wanted to empower all teachers to also be able to share this content and use the material to bring it to the students themselves. For the multilingual point, we developed the material in English, in Spanish, in Basque, in German, and also in Austrian. This was a very important decision because we wanted to provide an Austrian version that also has the right vocabulary for the Austrian teachers. And in the end, it's all free available, digitally available with free access. And we have different sections in the website. We have topics, so to say background information, we have experiments, and we have regional information. I will show this a little bit more later. But for the topics, it was very important to convey awareness and knowledge about long-lasting, sustainable school greening and create a sound knowledge base for school greening. And the aim was also to provide learning in school that can also be taken home. So to ensure that the subject is further highlighted also at home and privately. The experiments show various implementation potentials for greening in schools on how to best get started. And they teach green skills very hands-on, while also making green changes to the places of education in the process. And we also wanted to contribute to the sustainable development goals with our material that we developed, so that it's not just greening as a hobby, but greening as a contribution to climate change mitigation or adaptation and to more active citizenship. We wanted to show that change for our planet is possible now and also in each school, and not only elsewhere and in the distant future. Then there is a short overview on the 8 topics that we provide in the website. We have 3 topics that provide information and experiments on soil. Then we have heat islands and microclimate. Then we have 4 topics that have the content of plants, plant care, positive effects of plants, vertical greening, and indoor greening. There is a search function included, and all the topics can be matched and mixed individually. So for the structure of the website, as I already said, we have topics, we have experiments, and we have regional information. The topics include the background knowledge that can be used as content for teaching unit and includes different boxes. The boxes are benefits for green cool schools, which provide different benefits for the schools themselves and also a connection to the situation of the school. Did you know, and tips provide further information. Tips especially also provide some ideas on how to share the topic methodologically. And then there are also opportunities to deepen the topic across disciplines. The experiments can be used for deepening the knowledge, and they include the learning goals and then detailed instructions and guidance on the preparation work that needs to be done, and also on the detailed tasks in class. And they can also include some tips and did you know boxes. The regional information includes related matters in other countries and country-specific information. In the end, these are a lot of further information on further didactical material or good practice examples, and also a deeper look on the topic, for example, for soil. There is information on the soil types in each country. And then we have a glossary as well, which shows the different vocabulary that is used in the Green Cool Schools website. So now we can have a look on the website itself. We will stop sharing the screen and share the website on the browser. And you can see the overall structure. Here we have the main page. Then we have the topics that I already showed before, the different topics where you can click on. Then there are the experiments where you can also choose which experiments you would like to see or like to do. And then we have some introduction information about the website itself and about the project and team, and also the glossary. So I will show you shortly what we have on the items about this website, about the project and team. And then we will share some information on the topics and experiments further. So about this website, we do have the information about the purpose of the Green Cool Schools website and how to use the Green Cool Schools website. And then we have two further information topics, which are education for sustainable development and also the guideline for the Green Cool Schools material. And to get on each of these pages, you can just click here and you see, for example, an introduction how to use the Green Cool Schools website. And then we have the item about the project and team, which I will show shortly as well. Here is the item about the project, and here is the topic about the team, where we have our organizations that have developed the website together. And then I will show you the topic soil functions in English. So we have the topic soil functions, which is the background information on soil functions, where we have different boxes, as I already explained, the benefits for Green Cool Schools, for example. Then there are deeper information on the soil functions. So you can just scroll down and see all the information. And then there are some further boxes on did you know, for example, and tips, which, as I already said, are some methodologically tips and opportunities to deepen the topic across disciplines. And we then have the experiment that is the experiment for the topic soil function, which is the experiment mapping, and also the regional information. If we can go to the experiment here, or also on the right side here, you can also see the experiment mapping. And I will go to the experiment now. So for the experiment mapping, we have the learning goals in front. What the goal is that pupils can achieve from this experiment. Then there is some background information about the subjects which are suitable, the required materials for the experiment, the required premises, equipment of the rooms, and then also some information what size of group is suitable and also what time is required. Then we have the preparation steps for the experiments and also the tasks in class, which are explained in detail. And here you can also see the green colored texts that lead to the glossary, where you have an explanation of the word if you don't know what it is. Then there are some hints also. And this was the first topic an experiment that we wanted to show.
Now I will start sharing my screen again, and then I will pass on the word to my colleague Tilman, who will present to you the experiment that we have also conducted in our project.
Yes, it's up to me to shortly present the guideline. The purpose of the guideline is to support the integration of the website content of the topics and experiments into the teaching practice in schools. The guideline is addressed to teachers and decision makers and stakeholders in the education system. This slide presents the table of contents of the guideline. Of course, the guideline contains a very short description of the background, which is the Green Cool Schools project. In the next step, we refer to the education of sustainable development. This pedagogical concept is the basis for the Green Cool Schools project. Explanations about it are contained in a separate document which is available at the website. In the next step, we give an overview on the teaching materials and their topics. This is already presented by us in this webinar. The next content are grids for the integration into the curriculum. They are based on the national curricula. And please, Bente, come up with the next slide so we can get an insight into this grids. Yes, in every country we did a curriculum research, and here we have the example from Austria. We tried to match our units, our topics with the content of the national curricula. In Austrian, it was divided into several school types, and we address every grade, every level from class 5 to class 8. And in this table, you can see that, for instance, or especially biology is very useful to integrate our topics. but also, for instance, physics or chemics or mathematics at the right side may be linked with our activities. The next chapter of the guideline is an explanation. Yeah, thank you. Is an explanation of different subjects. We give an European overview. How can different subjects contribute to green, cool schools? This leads in the next chapter to the inclusion of topics and other subjects. Here we provide ideas for an extension of the Green School Schools project. For instance, you could use ethics, maybe philosophy or education for sustainable development, and create a debate, create an event about sustainability issues. Or you could go to arts, to handicraft, or to sports. And for instance, in sports lessons, you could organize a sponsor race to raise money for the greening of your school. This is a result of a brainstorming, and you can find this image in the guideline. Okay, let's please go to the lesson. Okay, sorry. Finally, the guideline contains a general scheme for the implementation of Green Cool Schools materials, which consists of 3 phases of the learning process. Thank you.
So many thanks. Then I will pass on the floor to Eugenia and Nagore to give us an insight on the methodological design of our project and how we developed the results jointly with our stakeholders and teachers.
Thank you, Bente. Yes, that's exactly what we wanted to do. We didn't want a project that wouldn't take into account the stakeholders. So that's why one of the most important phases of our project was the one concerning validation. So we conducted 2 rounds of validation, and I am sure that many of you have participated in some or other activity of validation of our materials, and that's why you came to know about our project, and that's why we invited you to be part of this webinar. So let me very briefly explain what the validation consisted about. So in the summer of last year, 2022, what we did was to conduct validation workshops with the stakeholders. At that moment, we had our units and our experiments developed, but like in texts, in PDFs. So what we did is to test these materials with teachers, especially teachers. There was some experts involved as well, but especially teachers. So we sat with them and we asked them what they thought about our materials, if we were addressing our target group correctly, if they liked the materials, if they thought they would be useful to prepare classes. And with that, we obtained some feedback, some very valuable feedback that we then used to modify and especially to design our website based on the recommendations and tips that these stakeholders were giving us. A total of 37 stakeholders participated in this first round of validation. And as I mentioned, they also said that there were some things to be improved, of course, but in general, they had a very good perception of our project and our materials, and they thought that they were going to be useful for them. So summer passed, and then we started to work on the website. We worked on this based on the recommendations of our teachers. And we developed this website that we were showing you, although we now have a new version of it. So it was a preliminary version, and this version was tested in the second round of validation with some stakeholders, that some of them participated in the first round of validations, but others were new. There were mainly 2 activities in this second round of validation. We also conducted workshops in the 3 countries again, and we had 22 stakeholders participating in these workshops in the 3 countries. But we also conducted an online survey in order to reach more people, in order to have more feedback from other teachers from other regions, other places. So we opened up our validation. This time, what we were testing already was the website, not just the contents. We also wanted to know if people were finding the structure of the website friendly, if they found things, if their navigation was easy and comfortable. So we collected feedback from the workshops and also from the online survey. And again, we took some action to improve some of the suggestions or some of the areas to be improved that the stakeholders were telling us. It was mainly concerning the structure, and we changed the structure a bit of the website. It was also regarding proofreading. It was also regarding adding some visual elements, talking about SDGs. So it was a lot of things were mentioned. Some of the feedback was just to tell us how good our materials were, but also many of the feedback included suggestions that we have taken into account in this new version of the website, and that we hope meets the expectations of the teachers, of you, and also why not maybe policymakers that are working at the educational level, and then I hope that it's good enough for everybody.
So what are the next steps of our project? So we are now really at the end of our funded project. We will be very happy to inform also teachers via various channels about our results. We have also set up a Facebook page. So for those teachers who are also using that social media channel, please also have a close look and check out our website, and also check out our profile on Facebook. So that brings me to a very warm thank you. We are very happy that you participated our webinar. We are happy to also support you whenever there are open questions concerning Green Cool Schools, and please check out our website. I'll go back to the website and also invite you to use our website, and we will be also very happy to receive your feedback whenever there are open questions. Please don't hesitate to contact us via our website. Many thanks, and good luck when greening up your classrooms and greening up your schools.